Monday. Welcome to the Sphinx stream where, we've done 2 weeks, 2 days in a row. It's crazy. Partly because I just kind of, want to finish the game sooner rather than later, but I actually was looking it up and I think we're about 75 to 80% of the way through, which is great. So, hi, welcome. My name is Rachel. I run Inside Archaeology, the YouTube channel, and in addition to talking about all things archaeology, I like to play archaeology-themed games and chat with my audience. So we're working our way through Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy, which is from 2003 and is my favorite video game of all time. We're playing it with a mod called the Shadow of Set, which is basically restores like an absolute crap load of game content that was cut during development. And I've been struggling with it a bit, I'm not gonna lie, because it's not really like it was finished enough that they were able to restore it, but it wasn't like quite polished. So I would still say probably the original game is still my favorite, but I am really enjoying the mod just because it's also new content as well. So yeah, during the stream, feel free to say hello in the chat or ask me questions about archaeology. You can ask me questions about the game. I will do my best to answer them. And yeah, last time we were making our way through Sakkara with a K. Sakkara with two Q's is a real site in Egypt. It's like probably the most famous pyramid site aside from Giza in Egypt. It has the Step Pyramid and quite a few other famous pyramids and massive burial grounds within it as well. So it's one of the top necropolis sites in Egypt. It is not a jungle as the game portrays, but as we've established before, this is a Egyptian-inspired fantasy game. I often describe it to people as being like Zelda, but set in ancient Egypt. So I am not above using guides in this game because, especially for these bits, because I have no idea. So I did watch someone doing a playthrough of the set last night to kind of just help me figure out what I need to do next. So just so the play goes a little bit more smoothly, because one thing I dislike doing it in general when I'm playing a video game, but I dislike it even more when I'm playing a video game in front of an audience, is like running around being like, what do I do next? I can't figure this out. I don't really know where I'm supposed to go. So at least this way should be able to kind of keep things flowing a bit more smoothly. We are looking for some items that are gonna help us set a trap for a Geb. That's kind of where we left off the other day. So that's what we're doing now. Oh, thank goodness. I thought that I wasn't going to make that. Oh, right. I can possess this frog, I think. He can jump a lot better than I can. Whee! Okay. Whee! Okay. He's a bit hard to control, though, I will say. No, I think whoa. Okay. Okay. No! I'm trying to navigate this camera. Ugh! What? Ah, no! Got all the... Oh, that's annoying. No. No! How if I keep... Okay, this camera is like really screwing me up right now. Okay. Thank goodness. Unpossess. Alright. What's this? Third time's the charm, eh? Right. Ah, and then I get this. Alright, so that's 2 out of the 3 things that we need. How do I get down? Is the question. Oh, okay. Make some more of these. Oh no. And I have to go all the way back to the like temple that we had before because that is where no, okay, where game over? What? Don't tell me I have to start again. Okay. Not all the way, but most of the way. That's annoying. Oh wait, let me just check if it did it. Okay, I don't think I have, so I gotta possess this guy again. 4th time's the charm? So far, just dropping about his... Well, thanks for saying hi. I think we have a bit of a smaller crowd than normal, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. No! Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no, okay. All right. So we have to get back to the beginning part because we need to get for the bait for this trap that we're trying to build. I need lizards, which are in the like temple that we played through, where we got the possession darts. Ouch! Yes, I know that hurt. I could use some onks. No. But yeah, it's a bit... Again, this is what I mean when I say, like, this bit, as great as it, like, it doesn't look like it's any different than the original game. Like, you can just tell that it's a bit unpolished. There's a lot of, like, backing and forth, like, to and fro and running back and forth, and it's not obvious that you need to get this one thing, and then you end up having to go back to go get it. This is the second time I've had to go back to this bit, which is kind of annoying. Bush. Up. Yeah, if we were playing the original game, I would have finished it. I think probably like one or two, either if not last stream, the stream before that. Not to toot my own horn, but I've played that game a few times. I know my way around it. Who has ideas for what I should be playing next? Actually, the options currently are Tomb Raider 3 Remastered or Indiana Jones. Well, kind of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I have to wait till I get a new PC, but that should be in the cards. Like, my plan is to order it at the beginning of January. We could go back to playing the city builder game Pharaoh, which is also one of my favorite. Probably actually like really the first. I would say Pharaoh was like the first video game that I ever like played by myself. My brother and my dad really like were like they played. My brother's younger than me, but my dad played video games, and my brother really took it up. He is so much better than me at video games. Like, it's kind of insane. But Pharaoh was kind of like the first time where I wasn't like watching my dad or my brother play. I was like playing it myself. It is a nice, like, kind of chill, cozy game to play. Now I have to try and get through all of these doors without dying. 2. Okay. 2. Okay, so whenever they door... Oh, what? I do not get the pattern of these doors. No! Ah, drat. Oh, someone's giving me a super chat. Just a second. Really appreciate your archaeology update vids. History vids. I was watching pyramid development and other Cleopatras. Oh, thanks, John. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Actually, So, I've read a book about Cleopatra, the seventh daughter, Cleopatra Selene, and in it, like, I've been planning on doing a What Happened to Cleopatra's Children video at some point in the new year. I think it's going to be my mid-February video, like my video that's not my Discoveries video in February. Let me know what you guys think. Or Assassin's Creed, also an option. I'll be putting or any other ideas that you guys have for games to try. let me know in the chat. I am open to suggestions. I am going to put a poll up in the posts section of the game of my channel. Why are my capture beetles being so stupid? Like, I have, like, this, here's the thing, what I mean about unpolished. Like, I had no idea. Like, I kind of thought it was weird that these, like, lizards were running around here and you couldn't fight them and they didn't seem to have any purpose. Before. Oh, yeah. I need to go get that up there. And it is not obvious that you should, like, capture bug them because you need them for a different part of the game. Like, I think that's kind of... And now I have to run all the way back and go through all of these traps again. I don't care. I've got a bunch of onks. I just want to get out of here. Let me out! I really want to play Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I'm not going to lie. If I had to, like, I would like to play Tomb Raider 3 as well. I think it's, for me, it's kind of between those two. But obviously, like, I've done quite a bit of Tomb Raider lately. So I wouldn't mind a bit of a change. And also the Tomb Raider games are similar. Like, I think one of the, if you've been here before, I apologize for repeating myself, but they're one of those things where, like, old games are really difficult. Like, the developers didn't care if you, like, walked around in a circle for 40 minutes being like, I don't know where to go. Right? Nowadays, I think they invest a lot more time into, like, making games, like, flow and feel, like, natural is the wrong word, but, like, I think intuitive is the word that I want to use. Or at least the games that I play do. And I definitely feel like with Tomb Raider, that's not what the game is. Like, it can be a lot more of a struggle. Don't get me wrong, I like the puzzles part of it and whatnot, but I feel like Great Circle. I played a little bit of, like, the prologue at my brother's house a while back. And I really enjoyed it, so I would like to kind of delve into a more modern game next. Egypt, Old Kingdom, and pre-dynastic period. I've not heard. Are those city builders? I've looked at, like, a few. There is one, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a... Every time that I look at it on Steam, it's like it was always still in development, but it was like a city builder similar to Pharaoh, but like 3D and more modern. I think it was called Builders of Egypt. Okay. Small and simple. 4 times. Ah! Oops. Oh, come on. Oh, I have to do that all over again. This is starting to annoy me. No, come on. This is probably a point at which if I wasn't playing a game in front of people and I was just playing it for my own sake, I might just be like, I'm done now. Like, with the game. I am really bad in real life for like when I play by myself, for finishing games. Like, I'll get almost all the way to the end boss and then I just kind of like lose interest and give up. Okay. Leave me alone. This is so rude. Like, one of my favorite games that I've played in recent memory is Horizon Zero Dawn. I finished the first one, and then with the second one, I'm like 90% of the way through the game, and then I'm just like, nah. I think that I just don't want them to be over. That's what I tell myself. Philosophy-themed adventure games set from Greek-like city with a focus on dialogue. No combat. Huh. I'll have to check it out. Expand for exterminate. Like 4X? Civilization. I don't know. I'm not very good at civilization. I don't think I'm tactical enough. Or ruthless. Maybe that's the correct way of thinking of it. I'm not ruthless enough to play those games. Alright. Okay. Oh, I have to go get the treasure on the other side of that wall. So, slight detour. Also, my hair is like pulling on my head a lot with this headband and stuff, so I gotta take my hair tie out. Right. So last time we were like, what does this thing need it for? And I figured it out. So we've already set the stage here. Despite the fact that he couldn't do it earlier, this is what this guy is for. Literally just to push that wall down. Weird. I like that people, can I just say I like that people are saying hi to each other in the live chat. It makes me feel nice that we've built like a nice little community of friends. Whoa, gold onk. So this hopefully means that once we finish this bit, we're going to be going back to Heliopolis and getting some extra life. I was also reading the guide on like how to get all the onk pieces, so definitely going to be trying to get as many of those as possible before the end of the game. But yeah, we have 3 bosses left, but the last 2 I think happen in quite quick succession. So if we can get to either get to just before the 3rd boss today or finish the 3rd boss today, that would be my goal, but we'll see. All right, talk to this guy. Greater than us. Get this trapped. Okay. Yes, we are good. Okay. Alright. So the Geb is trapped at the end of this canyon. Also, one of the things that my that I learned watching my thing is that the Gebs, you can kill them with an acid dart. So, oh, he's gonna break out because he wants to eat a lizard. This guy's big. Oh no! Gotta go kill it. I feel like if that had been left in the game, that would be harder to do. Take these Death Watch beetles and use them at the end of the cavern. You need to leave quickly before they explode. Ah, so it's a grenade. Okay. Right, well, we'll save. And then use item. Cool. Right, let's go get this Geb Queen. Sort of. There's a whole other dungeon bit that we still have to do. Da da. So I have to climb out this whole wall. Which, yeah, might take me a minute. Apparently there's spiders up here. Where are those guys hiding? Aha! Okay. See if there's anything else lurking, trying to sabotage me. Great. Well, we'll check when we hopefully get up. Okay, let's have a look here. All right. If I jump over there, I can climb up there and go around and go up. Ugh, this is hurting my neck. Yeah, because I can't go up here. No, I could go up that side. I think. Let's try that way. Okay. Anybody waiting for me? More spy. I see a spider. Okay. Any others? No. All right. I'm going to wait for another one of those globs to go down so that I don't get hit by it, because I imagine that's not going to be pleasant. Okay, wait. Anybody here really into rock climbing? It's not my forte. I do not love heights. I've done rock climbing before. My husband actually really likes rock climbing. We've gone with our few friends, but it's not my area of expertise per se. All right. All right. Still have to... Any other spiders? See any spiders? No. Okay, so I think I still have to go around. Right. Mm-hmm. This guy's got great arm strength, let me just say. No, 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 no. Ah! No, no, no. That was close. I think my daughter's going to be a rock climber. She seems to have inherited her father's lack of fear of heights. She is climbing absolutely like anything and everything at the moment. So I thought that piece of wood was something that I'd be able to like jump onto and get onto this platform, but apparently not. At least I haven't set myself back too far. Hopefully. Let's just okay. I'm gonna wait for that. How come so many streams? I have the time. Since it's like the holidays at the moment, I am not working during the day, and so things have just been a bit more like chill. So since I kind of have the time to do it, I kind of thought, okay, well, why not try and, you know, get as far as possible in the game, so that we can then move on to the next game. Yeah, it's not my favorite. Okay, we made it! Oh, this is the Geb Queen. I think this boss battle is also quite hard, so I don't know if I'll get through it today. Oh, look, it's another crown. Sacred Crown of Sakkara. Ooh. Except me. So in the released game, you, instead of going through Sakkara and then all this tower stuff, at some point, I think after the Great Wall of I can't remember exactly what you do, but you get transported to these like towers outside where you can see the Uruk castle in the distance, and you have to go through a bit of like a puzzle bit, and there's a general guy who's I think a cat, can I shoot these? Okay, that doesn't do anything. What? Okay. Okay, I'm on the wrong side. Nope. Okay. I can't just like pull up like I would in Tomb Raider. Great. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay. I have to go up there at one point, but we'll go... Oh gosh! Oh, yeah, I have to go up there. I do not love these. Where's the next one? Okay. Jeez, oh. Ugh. Okay. You see me like doing this? I'm like playing the game as if I'm actually like in it. Oh, here's set. It is where whip comes in handy. You're exactly right, JT. I'll make the suggestion for when we raise enough money to get the sequel made. The, what would she call it? The Whip of Sekhmet. There you go. Oh, this is not. Thanks for that. Ah. Great. No! No! Come on. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I'm all the way back here. Jesus. Oh, thank goodness, a save statue. Now I don't have to do that again. I don't know about villain. I think it's like, my understanding of Set is that he's kind of like a god of chaos, but I don't know if that's necessarily like an evil thing. He was certainly like, is more of like a force of nature thing, my understanding of it. But, like, he had his own, and he was like a god of war. So, like, he was worshipped, he had temples, he had priests, and he was prayed to when they wanted success in battle and stuff like that. So, yeah, even though he, you know, really didn't do a solid one for his brother, that doesn't mean that he was, like, looked at as necessarily a bad guy. But, yeah, it's interesting you say that about Hades. And his kind of portrayal as the bad guy. Although, you know, Hades did, what's it? The whole thing with Persephone is, yeah, a bit sketch. Right. These are good because they always have lives. Okay. Aha. This is where I'm gonna wish that I had a walk button like you do for Tomb Raider. Ooh. What item? Okay. Oh, so there's one on either side. Mm. More tower stuff. Interesting eye thing. Let's have a look around outside here. This looks very barren. Oh, I think we have some faces of Set. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna have to sit through this guy making this sound effect for however long it takes me to solve this puzzle. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later. Slam it. Okay. Well, why would I use slim burbles when I could just do this? Doesn't make sense. Okay. I did do, like, so the way I was kind of doing it was that after I finish a Tomb Raider game, I do like, how accurate the, like, archaeology behind this Tomb Raider game videos. So I did the first one, which I think went pretty well. I haven't done Tomb Raider 2 because it's not a lot of archaeology in Tomb Raider 2 to, like, draw on, to be honest. I mean, what's it? The dragon artifact has no parallel that I know of in history, that is based off of, like, it's vaguely set in some, like, you know, Chinese, dungeons, but, yeah, I would do that after the next Tomb Raider game, depending on how much archaeology is. Yeah, like Tomb Raider 1 had lots of cool and interesting, like, archaeology because it did, like, the Vilcabamba and, I mean, Atlantis is kind of one of those things that, yeah, makes your eye roll a bit as an archaeologist. But, haha. It did have some really good, interesting archaeology, and the Egyptian bits in particular I liked because they were like, oh, yay. Now, at least he's stopped. Hey, Jono, I would love to let the wolves, like, one of the running themes of all of my Tomb Raider streams is that PETA must hate this game, and I really dislike how much they have you kill animals in it. I much prefer in the more modern, like, the most recent trilogy, how, like, the vast majority of the things that you have to shoot are people. I somehow feel less guilty about doing that, and I also like how in the new ones, because of the variety of weapons, I basically spent the whole game just, like, with a bow, hiding in the trees, sharpshooting everyone, because one-on-one, like, full-on combat, not my strength when it comes to gaming. But why? Okay. Let's write this. I'm writing this down in the chat. Red, green, blue, red, blue, green. Red, green, blue, red, blue, green. Writing myself a note in the chat so I can remember that color combination. Now I have to get off this infernal thing. I think I have to go back up to the top. Yeah, I don't really know where else I would go. It looks like there's supposed to be a possession bit because there's that crack in the wall, but maybe there's a bit over to the other side. Let's have a look-see. Well, don't know if that's how you're supposed to do that, but that's how I'm doing it. Okay, what did I put? Okay, red, green, blue, red, blue, green. Yay, we did it. Oh, there's 2 more Death Watch beetles. I like how also that guy was like, oh yeah, I'm going to be in touch by the communicator. Haven't heard from him this whole time. Just saying. Okay, how do I get back up there? Okay. Double somersault coming in handy. Oh gosh. Oh, so now in the main room, the other one's free. Don't really know how that works, but whatever. Okay, so now I have to get down. What's the best way of doing this? Okay. Nope. Drat. Ah, well, that worked out. Oh. No, it did. It did. Okay, cool. Next one. It's really interesting how I seem to have like a small, not that I'm complaining, small but dedicated audience to watching these videos, because like whenever I check the stats on YouTube, it's always like roughly 350 people view these videos. I don't know if they watch them all the way through, but it's nice to know that people are watching. Always happy to promote the game. More set on the other side of his face. That's the bit that we did there. Okay. Oh, and there's another guy up there. Oh. Thank you. No. How was your Christmas? Oh, my favorite archaeologist had a great time. Oh, thank you. My Christmas was lovely. I got these headphones. My husband got me my own, like I've been using my husband's headphones for streaming for a very long time. So he got me my very own nice pair of Bose noise canceling headphones. And I got lots of books and some like soap that I wanted, which like, and socks. I got a great, my friends got me one, like a set of like pyramid socks, and then my husband got, and Santa got me, what was it? Like there's a best, like the, Geyer Anderson cat socks, from the British Museum. And also like a set of Egyptian socks. Like it was like a set of like, I think it was like 4 Egyptian style socks. So like they have hieroglyphics and all this kind of stuff on it. So I'm happy about that because I was running low on socks. I'm glad to see all of you. I hope everyone else had a really good Christmas. What was your, if you feel like saying in the chat, what was your favorite Christmas gift that you got this year? I also got a milk frother. I had a hot chocolate, just a very nice decadent hot chocolate just before I came on the stream. Okay, another like combo. Type this in the chat. Green, blue, green, red, green, blue. Not that I wouldn't necessarily remember it, but also I've had a baby and yeah, the postpartum like brain forgetfulness is real for sure. Okay, so where do I go from here? Okay. No. There we go. Okay. All right. So what's the combo? Green, blue, green, red, green, blue. Ta-da! Righty-ho. Oops. Okie dokie. Go back to the other side. Nope. Okay. Oh, well, at least I didn't die. So nice to see my regulars in the chat. Well, so nice to see everybody in the chat, not just the regulars, to be fair. Right. Nice and slow-ish, majestic walk up here. No, no, no! Oh, that was close. And just slide off the side, apparently. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. Today is a different sweater, yes. Not necessarily a Halloween sweater. This is just a, you know, I live in Scotland. Sweaters are kind of the norm at this time of year. Taking too long. Yeah, but you've not been in touch on the communicator, man. Type of derpy owls. Weird owl paintings in my stairwell. Awesome. My cat does an amazing derp tongue. guess I have to get down now. Oh, whoop. This way. Gaming chair. Nice. I got, for my birthday this summer, I got a lazy boy chair for my office chair downstairs. This is my husband's office chair that I'm playing in. It's very cushy. Viking finds? Yeah, I've featured, like, Norse stuff in the channel before. I think, what was it? There was a really cool one. I think it was like a, oh no, it wasn't cool. It was like a cemetery that, like, they figured out that it had been getting looted for a while, which is not cool, but yeah. Wonder if now, what do I do? Right, so I think one is the way I came. One is this way. We haven't gone this way yet. Oh, crap. Uh-oh. I just walked into a boss fight without meaning to and no save. Great. Oh, crap. Okay, well, I guess I gotta play this boss now. Luckily, I remember what I'm supposed to do for this fight. Oh, crap. Okay. Boop. Oh. Ah. Okay. So these spiders, essentially, they come and they attack her. So then they make her vulnerable to your attacks. Like now. Wah! Run away, run away, run away. So every time that they do it, you have to come back up here. Ah! And you have to activate the thingy. Come on. Okay, I'm not doing as bad at this boss fight as I thought I would be, which is obviously means that I'm going to absolutely, like, screw it up shortly, I'm sure. Okay. Oh, more? Oh, that's bull. Yes, okay, thank you. Ouch. I did it! New lighting for my YouTube channel. I did a 10-year. Oh, congratulations. 10 years. I think I'm getting there. I think I'm at 8. I've been doing this for forever. Mood lighting. Yes, boss fight focus. I can't help myself. We did it! Yeah, whatever. Oh my god, I can't believe I did it on the first try, guys. What? Na-na-na. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Triumphantly. This looks a lot like one of the actual crowns of ancient Egypt. Actually, I really should have done a bit more research because, yeah. So the 4 kind of big objects that you have to get in the game are the crowns of these kingdoms, and people always think of in Egypt they have the red crown and the white crown, the crowns of Upper and Lower Egypt. But actually, I think there was 18 is wrong, but there was quite a few crowns of ancient Egypt, I think, representing all the different nomes, which are basically provinces of the kingdom. And so I actually need to look at which ones the game are modeled after. Yes, hi Raw. Thank you. I'm always open to suggestions from people on what kind of videos they'd like to see from me. Always happy to crowdsource some ideas. My ancient discoveries we haven't yet found one did really, really well. I was quite surprised. Pleasantly surprised, don't get me wrong, by that. And it's kind of one of those things that I wish I could just tap into being able to do that all the time. But we'll see. See, that's set. Growing more powerful. Ooh, it's a very modern looking book. Oh, that's cool for the Total War. That's interesting. That's a nice touch. Anubis, it's interesting here that Anubis, again, this fantasy inspired, that Anubis is Set's enemy in this, and that it's not directly Osiris, and that they've made Horus the, like, sub-villain instead of putting Horus in, like, Anubis's place, because, like, Horus is, like, in Egyptian mythology, he's the main nemesis of Set, because he goes on the big adventure to, find the body of his father and put it all back together and then defeat Set at the end. So yeah, I'm thinking, like, there was a lot of people talking, because there's so many things that we haven't found that we would like to find. But I was thinking of then I can maybe break it down even more, because, like, I did kind of, like, a script that we haven't deciphered, you know, kind of the major, like, tombs that we haven't found, Alexander the Great, the Qin Shi Huang one, and then the Maya collapse, because I just, like, you know, I didn't want to just focus on the Mediterranean. Like, I could talk about the Bronze Age collapse, but I thought that talking about the Mayan one would just be a bit more, you know, global of a presentation. Yeah, I talked about Linear A, but I would also like to do, have I not opened that yet? No. I was thinking, like, there's more than one of all of those kinds of, like, things. So I'm thinking of maybe doing one of, like, a couple ancient scripts that we haven't deciphered, and maybe also tying it into a bit, like, into the Rosetta Stone. So the British Museum did a exhibit on, like, a kind of larger than normal exhibit on the Rosetta Stone a while back, and I was talking to, because I have a friend my friend Stephanie, whose book you guys should have all bought for Christmas, just saying. She has a friend, she used to work for the Egypt Exploration Society, and she has a bunch of friends that obviously work at the British Museum, and I was talking to one of them at a birthday party a few years ago, where she was being part of this, like, creating this exhibit for 200 scarabs. Can't complain about that. She was telling me about how, you know, the Rosetta Stone is not the only copy of this text. So, like, I think people think that if we hadn't found the Rosetta Stone, we maybe never would have deciphered ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics. But no, like, there's multiple copies of it. And there's other Hellenistic decrees from the time, like, essentially the Ptolemies are the key to why we've been able to decipher hieroglyphics, because they were Greek, like, ancestry rulers of Egypt. So when they did a lot of their decrees, even though, you know, they issued them in Egyptian because the country they ruled was Egyptian, they also did it in Greek. Hieroglyphics. They also did it in Demotic and Greek. And so that the fact that they created those monuments is one of the main basically is why we're able to read hieroglyphics, because, like, trilingual monuments or artifacts are not, like, very common in Egypt, as far as I'm aware. Don't quote me on that. So I was thinking about maybe doing, like, a video about that. Let me know if that would be something, or just maybe about, like, the why it's not as easy as you might think it is to decipher ancient languages and translate them. Like, it was really interesting to talk to the guys who are currently working their way and think that they might have found the key to deciphering the script of Teotihuacan. People always get in me in the comments about how I pronounce that. About, like, how it's not just enough to kind of think you know what the symbols might mean. It's more, you also have to be able, you also need to know the language that they translate into. And if you don't have the language that, know the language that they translate into, like you need both the parts in order to do it, which I had never thought about. Like I'm not a linguist. So, but yeah. So that's my kind of like nerdy thing for the day. Let me know. Top 10 undiscovered tombs. That's a good idea, Jono. It's always okay to be joining late. Okay. So thank you all for the feedback. I've got some ideas now for some videos that will hopefully help me keep growing the channel. I'm so close to having 50,000 subscribers, which is crazy, considering I was at 10,000 a year ago. So I don't know. I'd really like to be able to build upon the momentum and make it to 100K next year, but I mean, it's a big ask, but you know, every little bit helps. So on that note, if you like the stream, if you like everything, please don't forget to engage and do all of that stuff, because, you know, the algorithm loves the organic stuff. And if anybody also has, so someone made a comment on my lighting not being great on the last video, which I thought my lighting was fine. So please tell me what it is that I'm doing wrong with my lighting, if you know. Abydos Cursed Palace. I don't want to go to Heliopolis. Oh no, I should go see Anubis first. Oops. Oh well, I'll go get a scarab. So annoying. I want to go to the Bedouin camp. Why is that not an option? That's weird, because I'm pretty sure in the release game, it's an option to go to take the boat to the Bedouin camp on the other side. All right, we'll go visit Anubis while we're here. Oh no, I have to do that via a portal. I don't want to go via the other place. Okay, he's going to give me stuff for the Cursed Palace. Oh no, I don't want to do that because he's going to give me the final gemstones for the Cursed Palace, which is then right into a boss. So we're going to spend the next little bit just kind of grabbing some endgame help, i.e. getting some more gold onks and trying to kind of stitch everything together. So, whee! Oh, that's not open yet. Why can't I open this? Ugh, so annoying. I'm gonna have to go the other way. Okay, we'll just take this guy. Whee! Not right now, lighting in my videos. Streaming lighting, I don't care about. I don't wear makeup on stream most of the time because my webcam isn't super high def, so I don't really care. But videos is a bit different. Right. And my light, when I do my lighting for my videos currently, I have like 2 ring lights, one of which I bought, one of which was gifted to me by a friend who didn't need his anymore. And I kind of placed them like to either side of my camera pointing towards my face to try and create, like, to have my face fully in light. But that, I think, probably creates a bit of a shadow behind me. I don't know if that's maybe what that person was talking about. All right. Okay. Ankh piece ritual. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Sweet. How many more of those do I have? Just one. Okay. I don't know. Do I have any Abydos pass card? Okay, I think I'm done with that bit. Let's go get... Yeah, see? He's over here. See, I have the option here to go to the Bedouin outpost. I'm at the Bedouin outpost. What are you talking about? Anyway. Let's go to South Beach. Green. I don't have a green screen. Over the top, so they're only on the green. Oh, 3 light setup. I'll have to see if I can figure that out. I'm sure I could do something. I technically have 3 lights. I just only use 2. Oh, I wonder what's over there. Yeah, I really need to also, like, do some, like, chat GPT on some, like, you know, how do I do these things? To help me figure some stuff out. Because, I mean, say what you will about AI, it can be really useful for how-to stuff like that. Attack. Okay, so now I have that open. Right. Now I have to do the other way. No, I don't have a green screen. I have a bookcase behind me that has all my books on it, which I'm also working on doing a Amazon like storefront with all my books on it, because I do occasionally get people asking about my books, and to be perfectly honest, if they're buying them because they see them on my bookshelf, I wouldn't mind getting a cut of the sales for that. It's probably not a lot, but it's better than nothing. I think that's how most YouTubers end up making careers out of this, is that you diversify your income so that you're not just dependent on AdSense for these things. Still learning how to do all of this stuff, because obviously I don't do YouTube full time. So, and I'm not like a video editor, or I don't have a background in video editing. Okay, I think this is the other. No, thank you. I can't remember if I haven't bought the glyph key for this. Yes, I did. Haha. Interesting. A crossbow, of all things. Yeah, I did, like, I will say, I did try, like, you know, there's a lot of ethical, like, I'll be honest. I use Amazon Prime. I'm just as bad as the next person for using it, but I am aware of all the like ethical things about Amazon, yada yada yada. And so I wanted to try and find a way of like, you know, being able to have like kind of my library listed on a thing so that I could make money off of commission. But then the thing, I went and I got signed up for the whole thing, and I got approved by, it's called Commission Junction, and it was Better World Books. That's where I was trying to, oh, I don't have any Slim Burbles. Well, that was stupid. That's what I was trying to use, and Better World Books. And which a lot of the stuff that they have is like used books, which obviously is great, especially if you're looking at any of the like the textbooks that I have on my shelf, because like some of them are like heinously expensive. But to be fair, Amazon does also do secondhand books as well. But yeah, I was trying to figure that out, and then they just never responded to my request to be like an affiliate, to get affiliate links for them. So, and I was trying to get it set up before Christmas, but then I just didn't have enough time and they didn't get back to me. So now I'm like, all right, well then I guess I'll just have to sell out and do Amazon. All right, let's do these. And just because you always need a backup. Right. Is your goal to quit marketing and do YouTube full time, or do you hope to dig in full time? How typical. Someone's asking, do I want to do YouTube full time? Because I currently work in like a marketing job that pays my bills, and which I work with great people, I will say. So it's like, you know, but it doesn't. It's not what I went to school for. It's not what I'm truly passionate about, so to speak. So, or would I just go back to do archaeology and digging? So I used to work as, like, I did, like, ironically, doing field work and digging is kind of like the thing that all archaeologists start out doing. And then, at least in the UK, and then as you kind of make your way up the ranks, you do a lot less and less digging, more management, more reporting, watching other people dig, running sites, etc., etc. So, which, and also just like, you know, as a long-term job, it's not great because not a lot of security, and especially around my age when I have a young child, you know, I can't travel away from home from Monday to Friday, and nor do I want to at this point in time. So, to answer your question, I would love to be a master of my own schedule, relying on YouTube as a primary source of income with, you know, additional strands, and then, you know, mostly making YouTube content. But I would love to be able to expand what kind of content I do to potentially being able to go on digs and filming on digs or as a part of digs wherever, and people will have me. Interviewing archaeologists, doing videos like in places that I'm talking about rather than in my living room. I'm kind of open to whatever that ends up being. So yeah, I'm not quite sure, since it's still not like, I give myself a stipend, I guess, from my YouTube revenue, and then I take the rest of it and I'm trying to like invest it back in the channel at the moment. rather than just taking it all as revenue. And that has basically allowed me to, oh crap, I went to the wrong spot. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to go through the door I just opened. So it's allowed me to cut back to going part-time at work, and not have like a huge fall in income. So if hopefully my income keeps going up on YouTube, then maybe I can cut back more at work, or eventually I would potentially be able to not be employed. But I don't think that that's something that is near in the future, because, you know, mortgages, all of these adult things don't really like when people are self-employed. So yeah, I don't know. There's not good marketing money in what I do for marketing. If I was maybe more passionate about marketing, I could make a lot better money at it. But I'd really like to make money doing something related to archaeology. So yeah, I haven't pursued that too aggressively. I make okay money, but you know, it's certainly not as much as it probably could be. But my job is really flexible, and has, you know, treated me pretty well. So I'm reluctant to leave that safety when I don't necessarily need to. Where am I going? Anubis. There we go. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Emma, are you saying that you want food? All right, we'll talk to Anubis, and then we'll say hello to everyone on the stream, and then we'll feed you. The cat is here. She's come begging for her dinner. Let's see if I can scoop. Oh, I scooped you. Hiya. Say hello. Hello. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Shall we get you're not going to purr for me when I'm holding you like this. But say hello. Hello to everybody on the stream, Emma. Say hi. Okay. Now she's gone to see, well, she's yelling. I know she's screaming at me in the background to be like, where's my dinner? Well, where's my dessert? Right. Yeah, I'm lucky my husband is, you know, well employed. But yeah, and we own a house, but yeah, it's definitely, having a secure job is beneficial for a lot of things, including, but not limited to, my Costco membership. If I left my current job, I would lose my Costco membership. I don't know if I could handle that. I shop at Costco a lot. I mean, given it's 10-15 minutes away from me, but I shop at Costco all the time. I got the executive business card. I paid for like the non-standard tier of Costco because I'm there so much. The power of evil. This is slight parallels to the myth. Retrieve the sacred crown of Heliopolis. See, this is just like, looks like two of the other crowns put together. I'm sure he'll be very pleased to see you. No, he will not. It is a very difficult boss fight, as I remember the Heliopolis Palace. Like, I've had to do that multiple times within one game before. My husband is not in archaeology. My husband is data analytics modeling manager for a renewable energy company. He has a PhD in essentially data analytics and modeling, and like computer, like artificial intelligence and stuff like that. So, and engineering. He has a background in engineering as well. So he makes way more money than I do, which is okay. I like don't have a problem with that. It allows us to, you know, be able to live comfortably, which is great. But yeah, it would be nice to contribute a bit more. That's don't step over dollars to pick up dimes. See, this is the thing, Jono. Maybe we should have a chat, Jono. Feel free to find my Instagram and send me a DM, because I would love to like talk to people who are way more successful than me on YouTube about these things, because I'm still like kind of feel like I'm stumbling my way around in the dark with these things of what is the $1 million video in archaeology. I mean, there are some things that I kind of think, okay, this would probably make money, but there are some lines that I'm not willing to cross because I still want to keep my integrity. Like, I am very well aware that if I lowered the necklines on a lot of my shirts that I wear in videos, I would get way more, probably a significant amount more views and or significantly more creepy comments than I do now. But I'm not willing to cross that line, so... Gold Ankh piece. Nice. Glad I got 3. Okay, if I can find one more before we go to the Heliopolis Palace, I think I'll be set. But, speaking of which, I think I'm going to finish for today because we're at 9:30, so... Oh my gosh, you've never been to Costco? I mean, to be fair, until like 2 years ago, I had never been to Costco. I did not know the joys of Costco. It is one of my favorite places to shop. It's difficult because I don't have a huge freezer, so it is one of because it's like a warehouse. So like they sell things in bulk. But the useful things that I like to Jono, actually I think my email might be on my channel, or yeah, like, my email, it's associated with my channel. I don't mind if people email me, they can find it, but it's inside.archaeology@gmail.com. Feel free to send me an email and we can chat. I saved, right? But Costco. So, before I sign off, things I buy at Costco that I find are really good value for money. I buy a kilo block of Parmesan, and then I come home and I put it in I chop it up, like into chunks, and then I grind it in my food processor down into basically like shredded Parmesan. So then I just keep it in a box in the fridge, and then I cook a lot of pasta. So then whenever I need Parmesan, I just add it in, and it saves me so much money because buying like the pre-shredded Parmesan in the grocery store is ridiculous amounts of money. And shredding it each time is just like a waste of time. So I love doing that. I also buy a big bag of peeled garlic, and then I chop that up in my food processor, and I add a little bit of salt and olive oil to it, and then I freeze it in tiny like teaspoon and tablespoon portions. So then whenever I need it for a recipe, I just grab it from the freezer and throw it in. 2-bite brownies, the best chocolatey thing. I craved them I ate so many of those brownies when I was pregnant, and I still eat them a lot to this day. Yes. And what else is Costco? Oh, olive oil. So I buy a big, like, I think it's like a 5-liter jug of olive oil. And then I just have like a thing that I have next to my stove, which it like either can pour or spray. And I just literally fill that up from the jug every time I need it. And it saves me so much money in olive oil. So that's the thing, is like, you have to buy things in bulk, but if you plan it right and you get the right stuff, it ends up saving you money in the long run. And then you don't have to go to the grocery store for that stuff all the time. It's great. I love Costco. They should sponsor me. Anyway, that's enough waffling on about that. I'm gonna head off for this evening. So next video is coming out this weekend. It's the best discoveries of 2025 with Dig It with Raven. And after it, we are going to be letting you guys vote on what the top 3 discoveries are for the year. So I'm very excited to put that out and see what people think. And there will be a stream afterwards. Hopefully it might be the last Sphinx stream. We'll see how far I get. And yeah, that's it for today. Current sales. I'll write it, Xanthor. I will write it down. I'll open my keep notes and I will write down game recommendations. Games. What's it called? The Forgotten City. There we go. I've got it in my recommendations for the poll. Thanks so much for the stream, everybody. Thanks for coming along. I will see you on the weekend. Actually, I'll see you next year. Hey! So good. Thanks so much for coming. It was great to see you all. Thanks for all the advice and hearing me waffle on about how much I love Costco.